nice cup of morning roast. Featuring
Fillmore's finest, Monte Hill. The pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast.
Warriors with no timeouts. Draymond up the floor. Dribbles it, waits. Handoff Thompson, takes a three on the way. No good. Looney with a tip, no good. Tipped up, it's good! At the buzzer! Kevon Looney! Kevon Looney tipped it in. A scramble at the rim. The Warriors celebrate, jumping up and down, mobbing number 5 at midcourt. What a way to bring in the new year. 143-141, no doubt. That's a good basket. They don't even have to review it.
Oh, baby, we are back. We are back. Shasky in the building. Spinoni's here. Lubman, full squad. Monte Hill. What is happening to everybody? Happy New Year. And that's how the year gets started with Kevon Looney, Loon Dog, presented by the one and only Fit Aid, of course, with the tip in and double overtime as a gritty championship DNA. Golden State Warriors win another game at Chase Center. Their sixth in a row at Chase Center.
Wow.
Fifth on this homestand, the longest homestand of the season, where they're 5-0. And look, that's how we're going to start the show. We got some 49ers talk with Brian Baldinger at 7:30, but it is good to be back. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Good morning on the graveyard shift workers? Haven't said that in a while because I've been sleeping in.
It's been a
minute. Teachers, cops, CHP, Shasky, families, baby mamas, baby daddies. What's happening, bud?
Oh, my God. What a game last night. Klay Thompson just could not miss down the stretch. Jordan Poole, we'll get to him in a second. I thought he was awesome the 4 games prior. Kevon Looney with 20-plus rebounds.
Career
the putback,
high.
that was unbelievable. And then Dante's Inferno. I mean, Dante DiVincenzo has done so many little things to help this team win. He's just been an outstanding contributor. Your boy Anthony Lamb, who was on set with you guys last night, ripping the ball out of John Collins' hands at one point late in that game. Just a great win for the Warriors after playing maybe the worst third quarter I've ever seen.
I mean, back-to-back third quarters where the Warriors just come out of the locker room at halftime and just forget how to play basketball. Friday night,
seriously,
they give up 40 points to Portland. They had to come back, and that went after, dude.
That was a fun game.
18, down 11. You steal that one with a big-time shot from Dante DiVincenzo. A steal and then a dagger three-pointer against Damian Lillard. Wednesday night against Utah. Again, you give up 37 points in the third quarter. You come out the locker room, it's like, what's going on here? The Warriors in the fourth quarter are starting to play some defense. We see them Friday night, limit the Blazers to 16. But Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Lamb's going to join the roast today, 8:30.
Nice.
It's going to be a roaster today at 8:30. Anthony Lamb, who had a season-high 17 points. I guess we start with Klay Thompson's 54 points.
Oh, my God.
There's so many stories on it. We've been out for so long. This homestand has been unbelievable for so many players. Kuminga, DiVincenzo, a little bit of James Wiseman.
Yes.
And they've done it all without Andrew Wiggins and Stephen Curry. But Klay Thompson on his homestand, or in his last 7 home games, Shasky.
He's been on fire.
He's averaging over 32 points a game.
Wow.
All right, he drops 54 yesterday, which is the most since he's had those 2 gruesome leg injuries.
I thought he was going to have to go
points.
for 60 for them to win that game. I thought it was going triple OT.
I mean, you think about Friday night, 11 to 22, right? He drops 30 plus.
Yes.
Last night, he's 21 to 39, and he gets up 21 3-point attempts.
I know.
What is the scouting report for the Atlanta Hawks? How is Klay Thompson getting 21 3-point attempts?
I mean, the one that he missed, I believe, the one he missed, he wasn't even behind the line. I guess his feet were on the line or whatever on the one where...
In the corner?
Yes, in the corner, and then it ricocheted around and whatnot, so I'm kind of glad I didn't make that one.
No doubt.
I mean, Draymond Green hitting that shot, but back to Klay for just a second. It does feel, I don't know, conditioning, I don't know, legs, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Are shots just falling?
Right.
For sure they're falling. It just feels like he's playing a better brand of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Shot selection has been better.
No doubt.
I feel like he's done a really good job taking 1 or 2 hard dribbles, 2 or 3 guys collapse on him, and he makes a skip pass, or he contorts his body and makes a little wraparound pass to Looney or whatever. He's done a really good job just keeping the ball moving, as opposed to just taking a floater or an off rhythm shot. And I think that's the biggest takeaway for me. He's playing great basketball. There's no look. I've been one of the bigger critiquers of Klay Thompson's game. There's nothing you can critique right now. If anything, be frustrated Jordan Poole didn't get him the ball to end the first overtime.
Well, you know what? I want to speak about that. Sure, he should have probably got Klay Thompson the ball. On the flip side, that's Trae Young defending Jordan Poole. Trae Young is a stiff defensively. I'm actually okay with Jordan Poole trying to drive by Trey Lance. Maybe the move wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a problem right then and there. I'm like, I'll take that all day long. Trae Young guarding Jordan Poole.
But you have
I
to
will take
jump
that.
stop. Like Jordan Poole leaves his feet,
I
then you didn't
I
get a
didn't agree
shot
with
off.
the move. I agree
okay.
with the premise
Yeah.
of going at Trae Young.
I hear you.
I thought he should have drove to the rack, maybe got the foul against Trae Young. Again, it's Trae Young. He's barbecue chicken on defense. I didn't like the move per se. And then I get where everybody said, oh, you should have got the ball to Klay Thompson.
It's the not jump stopping and then you leave your feet. Because when you leave your feet, you can only do one of two things.
Yep.
You either throw it away or throw it to a teammate,
right.
or you take a shot. And it just felt like in that sequence, if you're going to go all the way to the hoop.
Go all the way to the hoop.
Or jump stop, pump fake, and elevate.
Yeah,
like go up and shoot it.
I wanted him to go to the rack against
Yeah.
Trae Young. Trae Young can't play
His
defense
handle
whatsoever.
was loose, though,
Yeah,
yesterday.
it's been loose on this homestand, but you know what? We'll get to that in a second.
I'm really tired of the criticism on Jordan Poole. Like, we do this thing with JP where we overly criticize this guy. Like, we expect him to be Steph Curry. You know how freaking hard it is to be Steph Curry?
No, you can't be Steph Curry.
It's impossible.
Steph Curry's one of one.
That's what I'm saying.
Steph Curry's one of one.
No,
so.
I know. He jacked up a bunch of shots yesterday, and the handle wasn't great. What about the 4 games prior?
Well, here's the deal with Jordan Poole. He scores 28 last night. He wasn't efficient, right? 11 to 31, 2 and 12 from the three-point line. But he scores 28.
Yeah.
When you can get 28 on an off night, I'll take that. The handle's going to be loose. We forget that Jordan Poole is in his 4th season. These in-a-game situations where he has the ball in his head is something he's not accustomed to. And it's good that he's getting this out of the system now, like in Salt Lake City when he turns the ball over. Or last Wednesday against the Utah Jazz where he has a similar turnover against them. Portland, the end of the game. He slows down, plays under control. This is a new experience for him. He's never seen the top defender from the opposing team. He's never seen the DeAndre Hunters, the Herb Jones in New Orleans or whatnot. All these top wing defenders. This is new to him. But in the game situations, it's also new to him. This is all a learning experience. As much as we talk about Jonathan Kuminga and James Wiseman getting better by the rep, so is Jordan Poole offensively and learning how to handle the ball at the end of game situations. I'm not going to panic over Jordan Poole.
No, I'm not saying you are,
turnovers.
but I do see a lot of people, like, any minute he struggles, we're all quick to, like, crush him. I'm like, dude, they're on a 5-game winning streak. He has been the catalyst. Him, Dante, Clay, Draymond Green, because Draymond had a nice game as well last night. I find it unfair. I think the way we've been treating Jordan Poole in general has been very unfair.
Honestly, I think you could throw Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole at that ball.
Okay. And I've been guilty of crushing Clay.
Because when Klay Thompson struggles, it's back to the bench.
Yes.
He's washed. He doesn't get it anymore. He can't play anymore. I saw him start this homestand defending Desmond Bain. And I get Desmond Bain. That was his second game back against the Grizzlies. As you called them, the studio gangsters. They're frauds.
Tell me you like that.
I told you this. I told you this. Dylan Brooks is a joke. All right, until they trade Dylan Brooks out of Memphis, Tennessee, they're not going to be anything but a top 5 team in the Western Conference that maybe gets past the first round. Memphis Grizzlies are a joke, and they got exposed once again. The whole thing with John Morant, we got the West.
No, the
West is ours.
I'm good in the West.
I'm good in the West.
I could not believe how bad they played on Christmas. And that's a credit to the Warriors, first off. And for them to lose that game in that way?
Oh, my gosh.
Come on.
And at that point, they were 9-10 in the Western Conference. Now, I know they just beat Sacramento and they beat the Pelicans, but they're fraudulent.
I want them in the playoffs, though.
I want them again. Everybody was scared of them last year. It's like, dude, they're a joke. Jared Jackson Jr. will get in foul trouble. He'll check out. Dylan Brooks the best thing to happen in Game 6. The best thing to happen in Game 6 against Memphis was Dylan Brooks getting hot early.
Yes.
Because he just kept shooting and shooting and shooting. And you saw the Phoenix game where he had probably one of the worst NBA possessions of all time.
Well, I mean, Corey Maggette on line 1. He just drives me nuts. And he really thinks he's that dude. Like, you want to talk about, like, you got to have confidence to be able to play in the big leagues. You know, you got to be one of those guys that believes in yourself. Yeah, you also have to have a little bit, like an ounce of self-awareness.
Right.
That guy lacks all the self-awareness in the world. And John Morant, Trae Young does the same thing. I get a little worried about the NBA because there is a collection, not all, but there are a collection of young players who foul hunt all game long.
Trae Young's embarrassing.
So Trae yesterday, he goes in and like Fitz and Buki were doing the best to not sound like homers, but I feel their pain. Anytime you make any contact with one of these guys, the head kicks back. It's
Then you get the foul.
It's not basketball. Do you want to play basketball or do you literally want to live at the free throw line?
Yeah,
it's so annoying to
So
watch.
Trae Young,
He's a good player, but come on.
yeah, but you know what? If I'm the Atlanta Hawks, I really consider building around DeJounte Murray and DeAndre Hunter and moving on to Trae Young. You see what's happened in Atlanta. Nate McMillan wants out. He wants to be fired. He's tired of it.
Well, he's known for defense,
Right.
and that
they play no defense.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't even listen to him. Two, Travis Schlenk, longtime Warriors
Mm-hmm.
assistant GM, has stepped to the side. He's now, quote unquote, an advisor. It looks like he's on his way out. Landry Fields has taken over the GM spot for the Atlanta Hawks. And guess what? He fires 3 executives right away, including Rod Higgins. So Atlanta is a mess right now.
I didn't know that.
They are a mess. Trae Young talking about, hey, I want to be traded. I would trade Trae Young. You're not going to win anything with Trae Young.
What a bad trade for them just to begin with, where they traded to go get Trae Young and passed on Luka Doncic.
I mean, not only that, you trade Kevin Huerter to Sacramento this offseason. You get, Huerter's killing it in Sacramento.
He was great in the playoffs a couple years ago.
Exactly, when they made advance to the Eastern Conference Finals against Milwaukee. So I don't know who's going to want to trade for Trae Young. Look, he's a scorer. He can get you a double-double, but he's going to help you win.
He's a ball hog.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him.
But I'm noticing this trend, and Ja falls into this bucket as well, where and they're great players. They're extremely
I think Ja's
talented.
a better leader, though.
Okay.
A better leader.
I meant more like the on-court complaining all game long, searching for fouls.
Ja, I think, is a different breed. I actually respect Ja. Ja came to play on Christmas.
No, I agree
He
with
came to
that.
play.
But I'm just saying,
It's the
like,
other
in
guys.
general, I see that, and Luka does this every possession, whining and turning to the officials. Shut up and play basketball. Not shut up and dribble.
Right.
Shut up and just play basketball. It's very simple.
Well,
it's just, it annoys me. And you know who else is guilty of this? And I'll be Jordan Poole. There's a lot of times where Jordan Poole is caught in a conversation with the officials like, dog, get back on defense.
Right. Well, yeah, he that's when he gets himself into trouble. When he's looking back at the referees, he's picking up technicals. But look, Jordan Poole, 28 last night to 6 turnovers. I believe he now has 27 turnovers in the first 5 games on this homestand. Look, it hasn't killed the Warriors yet. He's playing some good basketball. He's playing heavy minutes, 45 minutes last night. I'm going to give the kid a break. He's learning how to close games as the leader of this team without Stephen Curry, without Andrew Wiggins. No Kuminga last night. No Wiseman last night. No JaMychal Green. You got injuries up and down the roster. Jordan Poole's fine. Yesterday's headline is about Klay Thompson because, again, as much as we go hard on Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson has been special in his last 7 home games. Now he's getting the rest on the back-to-backs. We get that. When you get to the playoffs, there are no back-to-backs. He's going to have fresh legs. Defensively, he looks a little better. But just willing the Warriors back into that game in the fourth quarter, hitting big-time shots. Heck, he hit a big-time shot against Portland. We're all like, no.
Dude.
Where Kuminga slows down with the maturity, passes it back to Klay. He nails it. Klay Thompson, 54 freaking points last night.
In the last 10 days since we've been off, I swear to God, he's hit more off-balance floater threes, like just fading away. How about the one that he shot in Zaza's lap?
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me? Some of these shots. And then the great one was late. I think it was late in the regulation when he hit the little like dribble in, step in, little mid-range shot.
Yep.
Again, his shot selection, the rhythm of the shots right now are just really, really good. He hit a big 3 late in regulation to tie the game.
Yep.
I mean, he's just been spectacular.
No, he has been spectacular. Warriors are rolling right now. The 49ers are rolling right now. How about that? It was operating.